Oh my goodness, we are back in the building. Is this me opening this up or who's opening it up?
Yeah, go for it, Mac.
Oh,
Yes.
why
You
not?
got the radio voice. Welcome to Whiskey Dads.
There you go. Welcome back to Whiskey Dads.
That's a good point.
The entire team is here today. We are excited. We got something nice and sexy for you. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I think you guys sent some emails, and I kind of missed that because I always drink mine straight, neat. I think we're going to go around and talk though about who is all here. Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you introduce yourself and where you are in the country and tell us about your family since this is Whiskey Dads.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so I am Mac, the Whiskey Mac, which I'm never on Instagram right now because I got too stressed out. The pandemic completely just between that, the kids having to worry about what's going on when I log in, it's just been driving me nuts. I do have 2 kids. I have a daughter that's 6 years old. She's in the 1st grade, and she has to sign into different Zooms throughout the day. I just want to put that out there. And I have a son that is about to turn 9 months in about a week. And that 9-month regression is real. So I'm not getting any sleep. That's me. Oh, I'm in Virginia market manager. You take it, Matt.
Yeah, I'm Matt Carlson. I'm here in Los Angeles, California. I have a daughter who is 14 months. So she turned a year back in August. So we're dealing with a lot of things like still antagonizing the dog, which is exciting. What else are we on to? Kind of just screaming at all times because she's got like 10 to 15 words. So she gets a little frustrated when we don't get it, We do have what sounds like all done, but it's like, oh, duh, which is I'm done with my food. And also I'm done with anything else you're trying to do that she doesn't want you to do. So, it's good. We'll get into this in a minute. We're going to be talking about Halloween and our preparations and how they might be different in the pandemic. And then also talking about where you can go and vote and the importance of this election that's coming up. But yeah, I spent the day at a pumpkin patch today. Not the whole day. I sort of got up early and worked and then took some time off. Just if Fawn or Kate are watching, I worked a lot today too. But I went to a pumpkin patch, and after I make our featured cocktail tonight, which is called Coffee and Cigarettes, I'll show you this gigantic pumpkin that I bought. So, Speedy, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi. I'm Speedy. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Speedy.
Yeah, I'm out of Nashville, so I'm the steward for Tennessee and Alabama, managed markets here, and I have 2 daughters that I know of. It's 16 in July, and my youngest may be 14 in about 2 weeks. We'll see. It's still out on that. Legit. But yeah, it's we're having some good times down here. Looking forward to Halloween, and yeah, that's it.
My God.
I want to point out how professional Speedy is too, because he has speed pours on all of his bottles every time I see him on the internet, and I'm very impressed by that, Speedy.
But see, I thought he has speed pours because he's
speedy. I mean,
the more you get to know, for the public at large, Speedy's one of those very ironic nicknames, like a 300-pound lineman named Tiny drives a Prius. It's like
Right.
So no one ever. No. Yeah, with the speed pours, that way I don't spill anything. My wife's very Irish, so I always like to say there's sober children in Ireland right now, so it's for the kids.
There you go. My man. Yeah. He's about the people.
I just like to spill, so, I'm good.
That's
But never Uncle Nearest, just everything else. Everything else.
Yeah, around your house, spilling is like normal, so,
Yeah, my daughter throws her food, so.
That's it.
Oh, no.
That's it.
Oh, that's what you got to do next show is we make our cocktails in sippy cups.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
Jay!
Or just garnishes from whatever's still on the high chair.
Cameo.
Yeah. Corn.
Right, whatever's on the wall, on the high chair. Yo, so what's up, everybody? Jay Madison, Georgia Market Manager, representing the A. What's happening? So, we're making sure we got to have things branded, making sure who we're representing, giving you some love. But we're coming up on Halloween, so I was kind of like, hey, my Steelers are fire right now. Fire, 5-0. And so I kind of got, just a little bit of of a Halloween costume, but not really. We just got
Jay, I feel like I make you
to my
explain
wife.
this every time, but if you're in Atlanta, how are you a Steelers fan?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Oh.
here's the crazy thing. So the number one reason is I can't really turn around all the way.
I get it. I'm not a Dodgers fan, and they're in the World Series right now. I hope they win, but I'm a Tigers
Lenny
fan.
Swan. So Lenny Swan was my guy. So I grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I got love. I'm from the crib, Cincinnati, but the Bengals just never really did it for me, and was always getting mad because they lost a lot. And my grandfather was a Bengals fan, so he was always upset. So that made me upset with the Bengals. And the Steelers were always winning back in those days, and Lynn Swan was like my favorite player, so I was always a Steelers fan. So that's how that all went down.
I'll be daggone.
Day one. Yeah.
Let's just say for the record that the Lions always lost, but I didn't pick a different team. So
Oh! He still got faith.
Okay.
You hold on
I
to
mean,
it.
I also
All right,
don't
I
really
feel
watch.
you.
I don't really watch pro football because they were so terrible for so long. So I mean,
Yeah.
I probably should have
gave
picked
up.
a different team. Yeah, I gave up.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. No, I'm still Steelers all day, baby. Steelers all day. But I'm glad to be here. This time is what I look forward to with you guys because we just pretty much just let our hair down. There's not too much stuff going on, and we don't have to worry about as much stuff. We just get on here and have a cool conversation, the whiskey dad.
Yes.
And have a good time. I heard there's like something else going on this evening. Don't really care about it. No, I'm just
Uh-oh.
but heck, you all are here with us. So this is what I thought about, fellas. Since no one's really watching, we could do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Stop it.
Really?
Stop
I have a feeling that a lot of people are skipping the debates. I watched the first
think
one,
so?
and I don't think I can handle it, man. I'd rather just
Yeah.
read the newspaper tomorrow.
It's, yeah.
That was my same type of
Man.
same take.
Yeah, I almost had a heart attack or aneurysm during the first one. So
Yeah, it was, you know what? I think any of them. Yeah. I think that's
just
the
like,
problem.
please let someone finish a sentence. Like, oh my god, like I just want everybody to get their turn to talk. Anyway,
I had a problem sleeping that night. It was weird. I was like, oh my god, this is the end of the world. Like, what the heck?
Jay, it looks like Sailor's telling you got to get closer to your mic, homie. I think they can't hear you. Yeah, get your mic in there.
So Sailor is
There you
oh
go.
yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
oh my! All right, so we're gonna put
Whoa.
you right here in my pocket. Can I put you in the pocket?
Ooh. In the pocket.
Yes, please.
In the pocket
So
now.
yeah, I got another joint coming up real soon. So we're working on another big old sexy globe mic. So but everybody, hey, I got to give shout outs to all y'all, man. We all looking freaking good tonight. We're all getting that equipment down. I mean, Mac, you look like you're actually in, like you're live. Like this is the best HD. Whatever camera you got,
how are you
dude,
doing
I
that?
swear, it looks like you're
Listen.
coming through the freaking camera.
I'm gonna tell y'all, man. It's
Can I
a
touch
neat.
you? Come here,
Yeah,
man.
ooh, I tell you, man. Look, if another drink. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
No,
how
I
are you
think
doing that, man?
Look,
That's
there's a thing out called the Elgato Cam Link, and I'm telling you, when this pandemic happened, they were all sold out. If you go online, you can now get them they're about $100, but you hook it to a DSLR. That's how you get all that. See, you get all
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
Wait, so
it.
you're not using your computer camera? You're using
No.
a DSLR?
DSLR.
Wow.
And it just you get that you get that
Right.
you get that Uncle Nearest premium look.
He's the real professional here, guys.
He is. So Max, send that link to us. We're all gonna
I
just
will.
run that for. Thank you,
Yeah,
Uncle
go
Nearest.
right.
We gotta look good, baby.
Hershey
already
says you
know.
have a great new haircut, by the way.
Thank
too,
you
man.
so much. Hershey is always on point. You know what? I did get ahead. Oh, let me say something really quick
With a
about
fresh
pandemic and
cut.
haircuts. Let me say something about pandemic and haircuts. First of all, let's be real. Let's keep it real. How many of y'all have actually thought you got coronavirus at one time throughout this whole time?
At least
Thank
twice.
you.
At least
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
3 times.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
God, am I?
Man, I flipped out. My wife was really trying to get on me, man, because I actually told her when I got my hair, because I get my hair cut in my garage. My barber actually comes out here and cuts my hair in my garage.
Good bar.
And we were talking like most barbers, they just keep talking, and it slipped down. His mask slipped down. And as he was talking, I was like, yo, like, stop.
Hey, stop. Don't say
Yeah,
anything
no more
else.
talk. No more
Time
talk.
out. Time out.
Man, yeah, like
Yeah.
just But the mask need to come back up. Man, I
you
went
should have
back
had the lights
inside.
out there, just spray them real fast.
Bruh,
I
I was about to get like that. And I felt like, let me chill out. But that night, I thought I had coronavirus. My wife was like, it's terrible. That's true, though.
But
It's
you know,
true.
man, like it's been at least, I'm telling you, man, one time it was like early on. And I mean, I woke up and I felt like I had I guess I was having a hot flash. I don't know what the heck was going on.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh crap.
Menopause.
I was like, man, why am I sweating? I was like, oh crap. I was like, oh, I got the corona. Oh Lord. and I get up, dude. I go grab the thermometer. I go wake up my wife. And
Oh,
she's like,
no, you didn't. You did all that?
dude, because I started freaking out. She was like,
Yeah.
what? She was like, take your temperature. She said, did you take your temperature? I was like, no, but I'm just hot. I feel like I got a fever. She's like, take your temperature. So I took my temperature. It was like 97.8, something stupid. And I was like, she was like, and she looked up at me. She's like, go back to bed.
Man, thank God for our wives, man. I tell you,
Oh.
they keep us in line. Jeez.
Would not be here. Would not be here.
Okay,
at all.
so we got a great drink today, right?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I should make
sorry.
it before the ice melts. That's okay.
Yeah.
My ice is not
All right.
like off of, bro.
So we're gonna
look
tilt
at
down
that.
here a little bit for my setup.
Ooh.
All right.
God.
So this cocktail is called Coffee
Bravo
and
for that,
Cigarettes. Thanks, man. We're trying to take this up a level, right? So
Yes.
the original cocktail used an Isla Scotch. So it's basically a Rob Roy with a little bit of a coffee liqueur in it. So you get both the smoke and the coffee. I'm not particularly partial to a lot of peat in a whiskey. So we're just going to use a little bit of Laphroaig, and then we're going to use the rest Uncle Nearest. And then to balance out that sweetness, instead of a regular sweet vermouth, I'm going to use Punt E Mes, which is a bitter red vermouth. That said, if you don't have all these things, I was just talking to Jay about this before we started. If you don't have this delicious coffee liqueur from St. George, which is the NOLA coffee liqueur that has chicory in it, it's delicious. If you can find it, absolutely buy it. But if you have, a different coffee liqueur, by all means, you can use that. As for the smoke, if you have a mezcal in your house, you can use a 1/4 ounce of mezcal instead of the Laphroaig. You're going to get kind of the same experience. And then if you just have a regular red vermouth instead of Punt E Mes, again, same thing. I might up the smoke a little bit then, because the Punt E Mes kind of balances the sweetness of the Uncle Nearest, whereas it's going to be a little bit sweeter if you use a regular sweet vermouth. But that said, let's get started. So this is a mixed cocktail. We're going to start with Fee Brothers Aztec chocolate bitters.
Ooh.
We're going to do 2 dashes of that.
Come on, Matt.
Okay, and then we're going to do a 1/4 ounce of Laphroaig. So this is a big peaty scotch. Going to have a lot of smoke in it, so that's why I'm just doing a 1/4 ounce.
Is that Speyburn Scotch?
No, it's an Isla Scotch.
Ah, there we go. God, he knows his stuff.
Yeah, so Isla traditionally is where you're going to get the most smoke, generally. So we've got a little bit of Laphroaig. Next up, we're going to do a 1/2 ounce of the Punt E Mes,
Punt E Mes.
which is one of my favorite vermouths.
Punt E Mes. Hey, Punt E Mes.
1/2 ounce of Punt E Mes. Then we're going to do 3/4 ounce of the coffee liqueur. So St. George is one of my. I feel like I almost work for St. George because the cocktail I did last night featured their pear brandy. They make some amazing alcohol. So this is
they make is pretty darn.
yeah. If you see it on the shelf and it says St. George, pick it up.
For sure.
But are they the most awarded
Oh,
in 2019?
Oh.
absolutely not.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
Well, we don't make a coffee liqueur, so I feel like I'm safe here.
You are
Yeah,
safe. You are
yeah,
very
yeah,
safe.
you're good.
Okay,
this
and
space.
then this is a safe space, guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna do an 1.5 ounces of Uncle Nearest 1856.
Yeah, now we talking. Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh my
In the
God!
face.
Whoa!
In the face. In the face. Bam.
Look at that.
See, you always wait to
Alright.
put the good stuff last, right? Isn't that how we're supposed
Yeah,
to do
absolutely.
cocktails? You put the good
So-
stuff at the end.
I love
The thing
it.
that you learn mixing cocktails is that you want to start with the cheapest ingredient or the smallest amount first. That way, if you mess up, you can throw it out and you
Dump
haven't
it
wasted
and start
all this delicious Tennessee whiskey.
Genius.
All right.
Bring this back down here. Let's stir this. You can talk amongst yourself. Mac, do you want to tell everybody about us being the most awarded American whiskey while I stir it?
Oh,
I mean, listen, man. Look, it's already. Oh wait, now you're very loud, so I'm gonna have to.
Oh,
All right, so I just muted you, Matt. Give me a second. I'm sorry, brother.
Go ahead.
Listen, people, when you're out trying to shop for something, this is the holiday time, right? I'm right about that. Yes.
Yes.
What you want to make,
It's
you want to
officially
make sure
holiday
that you're going to treat yourself and others to the most premium, ultra premium Tennessee whiskey, or American whiskey, as we like to say. You always want to go with something that's going to give you all that you want, your bang for your buck.
Everything.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, you know what that's gonna be, Jay. Tell them what is that gonna be?
That will be Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey.
Good God, you hear that?
1856 is what we're pouring tonight too. So
That's why
can't go wrong.
we are one of the most. We are the most awarded
the most
bourbon. The most awarded bourbon American whiskey 2019 and 2020. I'm sure.
And 2020,
so
yeah.
It's coming. I'm calling it.
Oh yeah,
Am I still on mute?
We already are.
No, you're not still on mute.
Okay.
There's nobody getting close to us now, bro.
Daggone
So,
right.
the original recipe does not include a cherry, but I really like cherries, so.
Now, what kind of cherry is that? What kind of cherry is that, though?
Sure. So you want to get a good cherry, right? So the ones I generally use are the Luxardo.
Yes.
So they're brandy cherries.
Y'all see that?
Yes.
Good God.
Now
It's gonna put you back a little bit. It's probably a $20 little jar of cherries, but they'll last you a year, unless you just eat them by the handful. Which they're great at ice cream too.
Yeah,
Gotta
or you
love
could
a cherry.
preserve it a little bit. I don't know if you share those cherries with the kiddies, but at the bar when I used to was at One Flew South, we put everything in there, man. Everything from a spice rum to bourbon to whiskey.
Ooh.
I wouldn't put the Uncle Nearest in there, but I mean, put all type of stuff. Put like anise, cinnamon sticks, and just add that in there to give it some flavor. I'm telling you, man, those cherries are the bomb. And then they preserve just a little while longer with alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
See?
So I generally put a little alcohol in all my syrups. So put a little vodka or,
There you go.
keeps it in your fridge at home a little longer.
Punt
All
E
right,
Mes.
so this is the coffee and cigarettes, everybody.
Coffee and cigarettes.
I had mine pre-made. I just wanted to throw the bitters in there at the end. Wow. Oh yeah, and I do mine on the rocks, man. I'm a rocks kind of guy.
You can absolutely do this cocktail on the rocks too. I generally have a Manhattan on the rocks, so fair game.
Wait, Speedy, I like how Speedy. So yours looks a little bit different. You got it looks very beautiful.
What's
Go with
your,
what you got.
your garnish
Speedy,
there,
where'd
my
you get that
friend?
umbrella from?
I had some leftover umbrellas from a fun cocktail we did last month.
Oh, okay.
But
Awesome.
he did it. He's
A
got
little
two.
whimsy.
He's got
Speedy,
two
it's so
cherries on
pretty.
his. I
It's
love
so
it.
pretty.
I did.
Yeah. Look
Let
at
me
that.
tell you something about. Let me tell you something. I'm making a nice, beautiful drink. You see this right here? I'm gonna show y'all a little something right here. You see this? Oh, it's not gonna focus. This right here, people. Yeah, I'll bring it
Put it
back.
next to your eyes.
See? That's what happens when you get too fancy of a camera. There
That
you
is
go.
true. That is true. This right here is gorgeous on its own, and the smell of it. Oh my God! It makes
do
you
you-
just wanna. I smell. You know what I smell?
When it touches
I
your
smell love. That's
Is
what I
that
smell.
an official nose note from a certified bourbon steward?
Listen, from a certified Mac
Certified.
out there, what you want to smell is love. If you get excited about anything that you're taking, that you're sampling, think about it. We eat with our eyes and our nose, right? So I think
This nose
we
right
eat with
here.
our nose. I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah, this all connected. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's all connected. You know what I'm saying? You smell, you sense it, you taste it, you
Thank you,
see
Jay.
it, the visual, that's what
Yeah.
that garnishes. Everything, it all goes together. It just heightens the senses, and you're like, oh, that was and it just becomes an experience.
Punt E Mes.
So, Speedy, what do you think of the cocktail?
Dude, it's amazing. I've been looking forward to it all day, man. I was standing at that
Awesome.
golf course for that charity thing,
Oh.
and everyone they come walking up, and all I could hear was, if anybody remembers Saturday Night Live, Daryl Hammond when he would do Sean Connery. Just I had that in my head all day. It's like everything was. That's right, Trebek. It's what your mother said, Trebek. I love the coffee and cigarette shot.
There you go. That's it, bro.
Sean Connery. I love it.
I love that guy.
Jesus.
So, Jay, before we get into talking about Halloween, do you want to tell us? I feel like we've decided that we sort of assume that everybody knows the brand that we work for and the whiskey that we work for, but we probably have new viewers every week.
Yes.
So, Jay, do you want to tell us a little bit about our whiskey and tell us about the story of Nearest before we get into our
Sure.
Halloween shenanigans?
Sure. A little story time is always what we do. We sell the whiskey and we tell the story. They go hand in hand. So
I love that.
started a while ago. So first and foremost, Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey. We are the first spirit brand, the first black-owned spirit brand that also commemorates an African American or black man on the label. That's the first time that's happened. A black person on the label. So that's the first time that's happened. We are also the fastest growing spirit brand in spirit history. Let me get to here closer. There it goes. Is better?
Yeah, even better. Yes.
My wife
So
is
good.
like louder. Yes. So the fastest growing spirit brand in spirit history. Thanks, honey. And then also too, like Mac mentioned, we are the most awarded American whiskey or bourbon of 2019 and dadgummit now 2020. Thank you very much. So you got a beautiful story, which I'm about to tell, and you got all these freaking awards. It's like the the 1-2 punch knock you out. So Uncle Nearest was a real man. Nathan Green was his name. People affectionately called him Nearest. That was his nickname, I guess, because he was nearest and dearest to folks' heart. So Nearest Green was a slave that came from Maryland, came down to Tennessee to work for a man by the name of Dan Call. And you might ask, why in the heck would a guy from Maryland, why would he want him to come down to Tennessee? Well, Nearest Green was known as a great whiskey distiller. Part of that reason was that he utilized a custom from West Africa in which they use burned wood or charcoal to take out or purify their water and their food. Well, Nearest Green started using that in whiskey distilling. So he comes down to work for a man named Dan Call down in Tennessee and starts distilling his whiskey. He had numerous distilleries on his big old farm, like 313 acres. And on that farm, he had the distilleries. He had, of course, he also owned a general store. He had a whole lot of stuff going on. But he put Nearest Green in charge of his distilleries. And so the name of Dan's whiskey was D.H. Call Whiskey. Remember that. D.H. Call Whiskey. Nearest Greens was distilling for him. Dan Call has this little kid come down the way from another farm, youngest kid, youngest of 10. And he comes down around 8 or 9 years old, starts working on Dan Call's farm, feeding his cows and chickens. Eventually, by the time he's 11 or 12, he goes down to the distillery, where Nearest Green takes him up under his wing. Kind of takes a liking to the boy. Teaches him everything he knows about whiskey distilling. And the little kid's name was Jasper, by the way. So little old Jasper's down there with Nearest Green looking up to him, and Nearest Green's teaching him everything. So eventually comes to the Civil War. Jasper decided to take a horse and cart and go out and sell the whiskey, D.H. Call whiskey, throughout Tennessee, even down into Alabama. And everybody loves the whiskey. Confederate and Union soldiers are all loving the whiskey because it doesn't matter who you believe or what you believe. Everybody likes good whiskey, dadgummit.
Come on, tell him, Jay.
It brings us together. All right, word up. So eventually, by the time the Civil War is over, Dan Call, after a little bit of pressure from his wife and congregation, I may have forgotten to mention that Dan Call was a preacher. Hallelujah.
No.
A Lutheran minister.
Hello.
What?
That's right. He kept it real, son. Right.
Just ignore the pumpkin here. That's for later.
Oh my goodness!
I thought you were gonna keep the camera on Jay. So
I'm sorry.
It's you.
It's
you. I like it.
Oh my God!
There.
Okay, wait. I'll come back.
Yeah. So Dan Call decides to sell the distillery, and he sells it to his number one salesman, the kid Jasper, who by this time is around 18 or 19 years old. He bought into the distillery and partnered with Dan Call. Got some money from his dad when he passed away. Got some inheritance money. So he stays on the farm. Nearest Green is still master distiller doing his thing, and then eventually Jasper decides to leave Dan Call's farm, move to another water source, build his own distillery, which is where it is now. Nearest Green retires. This is a beautiful thing, right? Nearest Green retires, and this is after the fact that when Jasper took over the distillery, he paid every man an honest wage for honest day's work. So made Nearest Green a very well-paid man. So nothing was stolen or taken, nothing like that. Nearest Green was well paid. So when Jasper leaves, Nearest Green retires, but he sends his 3 sons, George, Eli, and Lewis, to keep on working with Jasper. Jasper changed the name from D.H. Call Whiskey. Then it was called Daniels Whiskey. Then it was straight up Jack Daniels when he moved. Bam! Jasper was Jack, if you didn't catch that part. You got it? Got it. So that's the beautiful thing about it. So Nearest Green and Jack Daniels had a great relationship. Man, they were tight like 2 peas in a pod. And so that's kind of why but that's part of the reason why we have such a good friendship relationship with the folks at Jack Daniels, why we have that Nearest and Jack initiative. Jack Daniels is owned by Brown Foreman, but Uncle Nearest is Uncle Nearest Inc., owned by Fawn and Keith Weaver and investors. So we are 2 separate companies. We do not have a business relationship, but we cool. You know, we
can all be at the party.
Cool. You know what I'm saying? Like us right here. It's me,
there it is.
Matt, and Speedomina. We're here.
God,
you know what I'm saying?
speedometer. I love it.
Speedy man. I love it.
Pokemon.
Yeah. So that's
I
it.
love it, man.
So I mean, there's a whole lot of stories. So if you want to know any more, the rabbit hole goes real deep, y'all. So we have a lot of information on our website, unclenearest.com. Unclenearest.com. The actor Jeffrey Wright, who happens to be another one of our investors, tells the story on our website. It's awesome. You got to see it. It'll give you goosebumps. Really, really good. But also too, we got all type of information on there, cocktails, more press, and everything like that. It's a wonderful place to be. So go check out the website. And also too, we have merchandise you can buy on there. So you see us with these lovely rocks glasses,
I got Jay.
mason jars,
Come on,
bottle
Jay.
openers, all that stuff. T-shirts,
Come
golf
on.
shirts. I think we even got golf towels on there too.
Give 'em the
bar
potatoes.
tools, all that stuff.
I love it.
Everybody, go check out UncleNearest.com. Check us out. Merchandise. Love
you,
yourself.
Lazar.
Love the cocktail. I'm going to be quiet. Thank you.
My God.
I appreciate that, Jay.
Now,
Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
yeah.
So-
Now wait, Matt, you got
look at that
something there that looks unreal.
I just
Hey,
got this little
Charlie
pumpkin
Brown.
today.
Charlie Brown.
What are you feeding that thing, Uncle
So-
Nearest?
Yeah. So these guys know me from before the pandemic. I shaved my head for about 5 years straight. And so I actually went as Charlie Brown to Halloween before the pandemic. I think the last Halloween I was Charlie Brown.
Did you have a
So-
sweater and everything, or the little shirt? The little
I
zigzag
ordered a
shirt?
T-shirt with the yellow T-shirt with the little zigzag on
Yeah.
the side of it. And
nice.
my dog went as Snoopy. So she
nice.
loves that. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Very good.
But tell us about this huge, enormous.
Yeah. So this
Girthy pumpkin.
is my friend.
Girthy.
Oh,
God.
we were talking today about what we can do and what we can talk about and what we're able to do for our kids on Halloween, right? So my wife and I, we had this plan to go to this pumpkin patch, which you wouldn't think there were pumpkin patches in Los Angeles, but there's one about 45 minutes outside of. It's called Underwood Family Farms. We've been there a number of times. Our good friends actually got married there. It's a really beautiful space and venue. But we went and got a pumpkin, and I told Leslie when we got there, I was like, listen, there's a lot of pumpkins. We can get one big pumpkin and one little pumpkin, because otherwise we're going to come home and have 1,000 pumpkins, right?
Yeah.
So we ended up just getting one giant pumpkin, partly because I really like carving pumpkins. That's like the thing that Halloween means to me, right? Because I have this memory of my grandfather coming to our house for Halloween and carving this pumpkin. There's a picture of me in like Superman footed pajamas, right? And he just carved like a real simple.
Spider-Man.
It wasn't anything. But that's my memory of Halloween, right?
When
I was like,
when you carve your pumpkin, do you eat the insides of it?
No.
Do you guys do that? Okay, some people do. I'm sorry.
so no, you,
I didn't know.
you can. It's just a lot of work. I also making a pumpkin pie is a big deal for. I know some of you people in the South like sweet potato pie. My wife's
Bingo!
from Alabama.
Yes.
Oh, that was like a geographical reference, but
Dude,
I take
say
it
that all
back.
the time, Matt. Seriously, I say that all the time. I walk up and something like, "Hey, you people look great." Oh yeah, I do it all the time.
So I went to my first Thanksgiving in Alabama, and there wasn't a pumpkin pie, and I was like, "This is not cool."
Yeah.
Are you guys Americans? Like, make a pumpkin pie, right?
I love it. I love it.
So the next year I made a pumpkin pie, but people asked me, actually today they asked me when I was carrying this gigantic pumpkin to checkout, they're like, oh, are you going to make a pie? And I was like, no, because
You can make a few pies.
you really want to buy canned pumpkin for a pumpkin pie. I'll be real honest. I'm pretty farm to table about a lot of stuff, including cocktails, but pumpkin pie, buy the canned pumpkin. It's way less work. Because it's so stringy, like you'd have to go through a lot of pureeing to get the kind of consistency that you want.
Yuck.
But
Jay says yuck.
I was telling Mac this before we went live. So I also went with my father to pick out Christmas trees as a kid, right? And we had a
Love that
room
part.
at the back of our house that had kind of a high ceiling, and I always pushed him to get the biggest possible tree, and would be like, "That's not big enough. That's not big enough." And then we get home, and it was like curved.
Go big or
You
go
know, it
home.
would be like a 10-foot tree, and it was like
Right.
I got a good
to, like,
joke about that.
This.
cut the top of it off to put the angel on. So I was actually at the
Christmas
pumpkin
story.
patch today, and I was like, I don't know if this is big enough. Like, is this a big enough pumpkin? Like,
Yeah.
maybe I should get a bigger pumpkin. And then I got it home, and I was like, oh my
Massive.
God, it's the biggest
That's-
pumpkin I've
My
ever
gosh.
seen.
That
So
pumpkin
this
looks
will
delicious.
become over the weekend. I'm
There
going
you
to
go.
carve this pumpkin, and check out.
It looks like
I promise you, I will put it on my Instagram. Because
Dude,
all of you are excited
right.
about it.
it looks like
Tag
a
me.
pumpkin eats
Tag me
pumpkins.
with that pumpkin, damn it.
Yeah, man.
Pat, tag me with that
Yeah,
pumpkin.
I will tag you with this pumpkin.
That pumpkin is enormous. You know what? We don't really do a lot of the carving of the pumpkin either. We'll get a pumpkin,
Really?
but we don't really. We carved it last
Boo.
Halloween. I know we did it, but I'm like you know. I mean, ours was stringy and had
No,
all.
it's gross. It's totally gross.
Yes, it's extremely nasty. And so
Yeah.
I was doing it thinking my kid would love it. Like I thought, you know, my daughter would love it, and she was like, "That's gross." And I was like, "Well, yeah, but it's supposed to be fun." And she's
Yeah.
like, "It's nasty
I
though."
feel it,
And I'm like, "Well, what's the point of me doing this?"
Yeah.
Well, the point is the end product, right? So
Yeah,
the end
yeah,
product is
sure.
super cool. And at a certain point, I think your kids will be old enough that they'll think gross is cool.
Yeah,
Actually,
there you go. Good point.
My daughter probably is going to think it's really cool and be covered in pumpkin from head to toe because that's
It's like-
kind of the age she is right now.
Put her hand in there, throw it on the wall. Yeah, all that stuff. Go crazy.
But I'll give you a pro tip about carving pumpkins too. It's maybe
Talk to 'em.
cheating. So you can find templates for different things online, or so I enjoy carving. I don't know if you guys love. Oh man, I forgot the name of the movie now. Jack the Pumpkin King is from The Nightmare Before Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So that's generally what I carve, and you can find an image of his face, and if you print it out in the size of your pumpkin, roughly, right? You can put the paper on the pumpkin and then take a pin and kind of poke a pin along so you can create yourself
Trace
a
it.
framework, right?
I know.
So you can trace it onto the pumpkin so you're not just free, because freehanding pumpkins, you're going to end up with like a toothy grinned
Yeah.
child's pumpkin, which is totally cool. And it's what my grandfather did when I was a kid.
I mean,
But
look,
you
so
look a
yours is
lot-
kinda,
you can
yours
look a
is like
lot
cheat
cooler.
sheet. It's like a
Yeah.
cheat sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that though. I mean, because sometimes you could do something and like the funny part is you do mess it up. But
Yes.
but then again, you got a good point, man.
You also, for
all-
safety
it's all
reasons,
about the
because I've done this too, you don't want to use like a knife from your kitchen. That's a pretty bad idea. You want to you can find them at any party store right now. Get yourself a cheap orange plastic handled pumpkin carving tool. That's got a little serrated edge, and you carve it on
Does
there.
it look like a cake cutter? Like one of those type of things, but it's, like
You know,
more
it's
sturdy?
in like I was talking to. We went with our friends to the pumpkin patch, and my friend was like, "What? You carve pumpkins?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure this tool is in the everything drawer in my kitchen in the back. You know that drawer that like everything that you don't know where to put goes into that drawer." So if you want to talk for a minute, I can see if I can find it. But it's it kind of looks
probably
like
come up
a
with something.
screwdriver, but with like teeth on it.
Okay,
Does that
all
make
right.
sense?
You know, I'm curious though. I thought that in a lot of neighborhoods that Halloween was canceled. Matt's got to do something, so let's take a minute.
Oh,
Yeah, so it looks like I thought that Uncle Nearest
the tool is going? Oh,
I
crap.
said Uncle Nearest. Wait, I thought
I forget.
is that what
I
he
forget
said?
that when I take off the headphones, you guys can hear me because I'm using a different mic.
Yeah, I just
But
had to get some
Leslie,
help
my
with
wife
that.
just walked into the room and she's like, "I think we threw that away when we moved." 'Cause
Oh,
so I'm just, oh no, it's
That's
here.
the beauty of these
Yeah,
podcasts.
totally
You're
here.
like, what? We don't.
Booyah!
Oh,
whoa!
oh, we do have it. There you go.
Yeah.
Zoom
Look
in.
at that.
Let me pull him in real quick.
Yeah, zoom in.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what you want.
I thought
Oh
it
my
needed to be
goodness.
bigger. Like, how can you handle that? Like, when you
No,
get
you want
down and
it's
dirty,
fine
that's
detail,
okay?
man.
Yeah, he detailing it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's
You
truly
see, you're
carving.
thinking like Matt. You want to get something so big.
Yeah.
Look, if you use a butcher knife, you're gonna bleed. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. If you use a paring knife, you're gonna bleed. You want to dumb it down as much as you can. So this you can buy probably at Rite Aid right now for $3, and this is your friend.
Gotcha.
Maybe
Gotcha,
use the
yeah.
paring knife to cut the hole in the top so you can get the gook out, the
Of course.
gooky
Yep.
stuff. But this is what you want to use for carving, I think. Personally, I don't know.
I wish you would do it live.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, that would have been good.
Yo,
That'd be a
Sailor
very
would
boring,
lose her,
like,
her
3
noodle
hours.
right now. I was
Just-
about to say
I'm
another
like-
word, but yeah, Sailor would lose it if we started carving
Well, I'm
pumpkins
just, you know,
on the whiskey dance. Kate,
Good
Lucia,
point.
everybody be like, shut it down. Shut it
Okay,
down.
well,
Wait,
hold on. Let's
wait,
go.
hold on.
Let's go to our individual
I'll
stories
take
of
it.
Halloween real quick, though, right? So
Yeah, go ahead.
let's jump to Speedy. Speedy, give us something that we've got. Oh wait, good God, Jay.
Oh,
See
yeah,
that?
that works.
Is this too big? This is
Jay,
I
that's
mean,
a freaking
that's like a
hacksaw.
drywall knife.
It's a hacksaw.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
be careful, but that would work. Yeah.
it will work. Okay. Thank you, honey.
You can't. You
Excellent,
want something
excellent,
small
yes.
for the detailing if you want to do kind of a more complicated pumpkin. If you're going straight
Yes.
up for like sawtooth grin pumpkin, that'll be
Like,
great.
yeah.
I gotta
Just
say though,
regular
Jay,
normal.
yours is so much bigger than Matt's. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know.
I got the bigger pumpkin though.
It's true, you do. You got a huge pumpkin. That's undeniable.
All right. Yeah, my wife brought out the larger tool for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. Your wife had it, so she was like, "Here, show them."
Hey, entertainment, right? Hey, look
Yeah.
here.
Speedy.
What else could you be doing right now? Watching something stupid, but you're hanging out with us.
Also,
Thank you.
I want to say, you want like a nice stem on your pumpkin.
Ooh, you do, because you got to be able to carry
I
it.
think.
You got to be able to carry
Yeah,
it.
you have to carry it out, and also it's just it adds a little.
Especially if it's
flair.
big, you got to be able to carry that sucker. You're gonna keep dropping it.
It's heavy, man.
Yeah.
This thing is heavier than my daughter.
So, Speedy, tell us what's going on.
Thank you.
with Halloween, a good Halloween story, or what you guys
Oh,
are
God.
planning for Halloween this year.
I gotta keep
For
something
this
light
year?
because-
Yeah,
Hilarious.
if
It's
anything.
gonna keep. It's kind of we had several years ago when there was bad weather coming through, so they kind of canceled the public trick or treating and everything. So they set up something in Aubrey Mill, and which is a giant mall in Nashville, and so they call it Shopping Mills. It's where Aubrey Land used to be years ago. So we took the girls, tried to save the day, and so we took them through, and people were handing out, little 3 pieces of candy corn and stuff like that. It's like, man, this isn't working. So basically what I did
I love
was
candy corn.
I snuck away
Love it.
and went and bought a bunch of chocolate, right? And, made sure it was strategically placed. It turned it into kind of an Easter egg hunt. Now, fast forward to them being teenagers now, and Halloween's pretty much been canceled all over the place. And so I'm just going an extension of that and what I'm currently doing anyway, because they need chocolate. And what I do is I just kind of walk to their room, just kind of make sure they're not looking. I throw it and I shut the door, run away. Kind of same thing with my wife anymore too.
I love it.
So just throw it.
There you go.
Yeah,
Bam.
they do.
What the-
It's like a technique to it. Then you got to hide.
Yeah.
So it's a trick and a
You gotta
treat.
hide. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Touche, sir. Touche.
That's where I get my name.
That's where I get my name. That's how the name came. Speedy.
That's right. That's right.
Because you run away from your daughters?
Yeah, he throws candy at him. Poop.
All of them, they gang up on me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
you're in a house
what
full of
about
ladies,
you guys,
man, you get
Jay?
your butt beat all the time. Let's see. So probably one of my funniest stories was way back in the day. I remember being a kid, and me and my sister went trick or treating. I have an older sister. Hey, by the way, hey Belinda, how you doing? Shout out to my sister because she probably tuning in.
Hey,
So
sis.
I remember going out trick or treating, and I was maybe like 11 or 12 ish. And I remember just being so hyped to go out. This is probably like going to be one of my last, because I was like, okay, it's time for me to stop doing this trick or treating, but I want this candy, dadgummit, so let's go get it. So I remember just heading out, and pretty much we went out and started to hit some houses, and then I saw my buddy Robbie and his older sister was Sherry, so we were like really tight. So pretty much my sister dipped on me and was like, I'm out with Sherry, and they went to go do their thing, and me and Robbie went out and just kept on doing our stuff and doing some serious trick-or-treating, and it got to the point where we were going back to houses like Second, the ones that had the really good candy. There were those houses, like we actually had one house, no lie, dude. We walked up to the crib. This guy had a bag, put his hand in the bag and pulled out popcorn and put it into your bag, like freestyle popcorn straight from the hand. I was like, are you
No
serious,
way.
bro? Yeah. So we literally were walking away in the door and just throwing popcorn out. While we're walking down the street, down the walkway in his yard. But we went and hit, like, I remember this distinctly, like, we went and hit houses like 2 or 3 times. They're like, haven't you been here before? It's like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? All those black kids look alike.
Oh.
But we hit it hard, man. We hit it hard. I mean, I just remember them. And I remember when I got home and poured out the candy, my mom and dad were like, oh, my God. My dad was like, there's no way in the world you're eating all this. No. So.
Oh, my God.
I just remember it was just a plethora of candy when I dumped out the bag. It was like one of those things, like, like when you open up a bottle of Uncle Nearest, like, you're like, oh. And when I poured out that bag and saw that daggone candy, it was great. I mean, it was a phenomenal Halloween night. It was one for the books, bro. One for the books. That. Yeah,
I love that.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
For sure.
But the popcorn move is so creepy. Some people are so creepy on Halloween, man.
I was like, yeah. I mean, when he came up with the bag, I was like, oh, what the hell's in the bag? I think he's going there for candy. He got a handful of popcorn and puts it in your bag. I was like, what?
Oh, no. That dude's a creep.
Yeah, so we turned around and we're like, this.
You need to call somebody and arrest him.
And also has the coronavirus right now.
I bet he does. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. It's running rampant.
But if he's acting, no. I mean, look, we always got to give a little bit of levity in our life. Why not, So I have something to do with Halloween, but it's not technically Halloween. But I'm gonna kind of give it a little bit because this is very real story that affected me, man. Actually, and this is why I kind of don't like Halloween right now. But I didn't think I was a punk. I didn't think I was scared of a lot of stuff. I was, it's no problem. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing: there's a place in Florida called Terror on Church Street. Have you guys ever heard of this place?
No,
Terror on Church Street.
I'll never go there.
Don't ever look. Here's the reason. Here's the reason why you never want to go there. Because
Tommy, go there. Get us a count.
Tommy, look.
Oh man,
I was 15 years old, and they told us this was supposed to be a wax museum. Now I don't know exactly. See?
Yeah.
They said it was a wax museum.
No.
We're all lined up to go in there. It's like 8 of us. I was at this with this whole group of people. I think it was like we were standing like girl guy. You got to go in like a line, right? And I'm probably like number 6. But I do remember, actually, it wasn't girl guy because the guy in front of me was a guy named Chris, one of my homeboys, one of my best friends for life, Chris, right? We walk in, and I've always had a big mouth, so I'm walking into this wax museum.
What?
And we're walking into the wax museum, and I'm walking in, and I'm like, this is whack. You know what I'm saying? That guy over there looks fake. I mean, it's a dummy, no doubt. They could have dressed it up a lot better. I'm kind of talking on this smack, and then this figure approaches us in like a robe, and he's supposed to be like is it Styx? The River Styx?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I knew Matt and SP. I knew y'all would know that. The River Styx, right, takes to the underworld or something, right?
He was the guy that rode the boat over.
He rows the boat.
I don't remember his name, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either, but this the thing. Mm-hmm. We actually we're inside a building. We got into a freaking boat.
Uh-oh.
It looked like when I looked like, well, we're outside, right? So I'm freaking out. I'm like, hold on, looks all of a sudden like for real. All right. We get off the boat. We're inside. We get off the boat. They take us to this other part. And I was like, that dude was real, but maybe that's just to get you to the actual thing. We're walking through a like an abandoned prison, okay?
Oh,
dude,
no.
You walking in, it's dark. All of a sudden, somebody's right there grabbing the bars right beside you. Ah! Boom, boom, boom. Dude, I'm freaking out immediately, okay? So my homeboy in front of me, I think we're like, like we're our hands on, like their shoulders or some stuff. I can't remember. And we're walking. I immediately grab his shirt, squeeze it, and pull down like this, right? My man can't breathe. He like, Matt, we just
choking him out.
Choking him out. So we're going through the whole thing where everybody starts running. We're like, All right. And so he's like, Mac, I can't breathe. I said, I'm sorry. So I let him go a little bit. The next room we walk into, you got to walk around this room. There is a bedroom, dimly lit. You got to walk around the bed. Sitting on the bed is this little green girl just looking all crazy. I'm like, here go the exorcist.
That's right.
Immediately, she just starts turning her head.
Man. Oh, no.
We screaming
dude,
again.
I can't watch that movie to this day, dude. Freaks me out.
That freaked me out. But the thing that got me was at the very end, Now I'm choking my homeboy out. I'm feeling all bad. We get to the very last part of this thing. I think it's the last part. Oh, I'm freaking out. I'm done. One of the people actually, the girl broke down. She said she wants out. And they're like, nah, you got to finish it. I mean, Terror on Church Street. I'm not lying to you. So it was kind of find us an award-winning year-round place. I think it might be torn down now. Who knows? I hope it is. Yeah. Anyway, we walk into this last place, pitch dark. All of a sudden, you hear, 1, 2, Freddy's gonna get you. I'm like, man, nah, don't do that. Don't do Freddy. See, out of all the monsters in the world to ever exist, Freddy is the scariest one to me because you can't get away from your dreams. You got to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You can get away. You can get away from Jason, the Gremlins, Exorcist, even though she was out here in the DC area.
Mike Myers, for Halloween. Mike Myers.
Get away from them people. You know, good point. Even the it dude with the head, you can get away from all that. But the thing that you cannot get away from, Candyman. You can get away from Candyman. Yeah, you can't get away from your dreams, dog. Bruh,
you gotta go to sleep.
I got so scared. Don't go to sleep. As soon as I heard that, I left the group and ran. And all I remember seeing is some little kids standing like you walk in from the dark, like coming out the movie theater, right? And you walk into like the lobby. People just standing there. I'm in full sprint, bro. I'm like this. You know what I'm saying? And there's a kid sitting there like how you like it? Move. Boom. I went all the way outside running. Okay.
Right. Gave the kid the stiff arm. Get down. Dude,
yeah, get out of here. Heisman. Bop. Yep. There you go.
Right.
Steelers.
Take that.
Steelers Nation.
Full
this
circle.
is why I don't like Halloween. I mean, look, if I dress up, I want to be something fun and funny. This scary stuff, man, I can't do it. It ain't for me.
I mean, it's weird. Like for me, like me and my wife, you know, we see it on the same level in regards of like Halloween has gotten a little bit just too. It's too scary. Like I mean, dude, like it's supposed to be cool for kids. Like, dude, it's stuff like out here where you're like, holy crap, like, dude, I'm an adult and I'm like, that's a little much. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's gotten really diabolical.
It has, man.
It's crazy. I mean, Halloween is cool. We're not big, huge Halloween folks, but I mean, you know, I've still got some Halloween in me. But yeah, with the kids this year, we're chilling. We are not going out in the neighborhood, of course. We're actually going to do Halloween around the house. Thank God, we got a cool house, cool yard. So we're going to do some scavenger hunt stuff inside the house, and then we're also going to go outside. Nice. And me and my wife, Solana, we're going to scare the snot out the kids. I'm going to hide in the bushes, and I'm just going to be jumping out when they're coming for the candy and having a good time. It'll be fun for me. That's all I care about.
There you go, right. Hey, in the end, it's all about you, right? I mean, because kids, they'll be all right.
Daddy's got a whole lot going on, so the least I can do is scare the crap out of you and bust out laughing. It's therapeutic.
Daddy needs this
so much better, you know. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I can't wait. And it's funny because here in Atlanta, dude, it's truly like an Indian summer. Like today was like 80 degrees. It's like it feels great outside, and it's almost the end of October. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
Matt,
fun.
You were gonna say something. I saw you getting ready to.
Yeah, I just had a thought. I was wondering if you guys each have a favorite Halloween costume as a kid that you remember when you were a kid.
Hello.
That's kind of hard.
You know,
I can go first because I have one in mind.
Go for it.
The question.
Charlie
this isn't
Brown?
so much as Charlie Brown was good. I'm pretty proud of that one. But when I was in high school, this is like just post trick or treating, but when you sort of went to friends' houses for like a party, but dressed up in a costume. I dressed up as a piece of poop.
Oh my goodness!
So I dressed up in all brown. I dressed up. This is before emojis.
Wait a minute, Matt. Were you in blackface?
No.
Dude, I was thinking that to myself. I was like, not bad.
No. It was poop.
You down with the car?
Just poop had a white face.
Poop.
Okay. So wait a minute. Okay, so Matt,
it was old poop.
Give me the visual again.
This is the family show, but I feel like we've crossed some lines already.
So risky dads.
It's like 12 people watching. We're fine. Go ahead.
So I dressed in all brown, right? I had a pair of brown pants and a brown long sleeve shirt. and then I got like a brown bowler hat, right?
Oh.
But the exciting thing for me is that I also got tissue paper, which would look like toilet paper, right? And drew like a black line on it, so that'd be the tearing point. And I like attached it, I pinned it to me.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
But the very best part is that I got yellow balloons, and I blew them up and attached them to myself. And guess what that was?
Oh no! Don't do it.
That was
corn.
How
Corn.
do we say it?
Oh God!
Was it corn?
Man.
Oh,
It was corn, my
God.
friends. It was corn.
Corn don't break down in the body.
That's
Oh,
extremely
man.
creative. That's genius.
That's extremely
You know what
disgusting.
you should do?
Yeah, it's pretty gross,
Matt-
but as a ninth grader, I thought it was pretty funny.
That's true. That is actually
That's
kind of
genius.
when I
That's
yeah, that
genius. You
is.
know what?
I'll give you
when
that.
When you grow up,
See.
man, you should be like in films or something like that.
I love that dude. I love
like,
Matt,
write,
man. That dude.
write movies or short films. I mean, that's
And-
genius.
I mean, because it just seems like he's gonna go that route, right?
Yeah, it's possible. Maybe.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know, I gotta admit, I did
keep working on it,
remember.
buddy.
I remember one of my favorite costumes. Now I was a lot. I gotta admit, I was a lot older. This was an adult Christmas. My bad. Adult Halloween party. I mean, nothing
All
bad. Yeah, this was like we were like probably like 25, me and my wife, and I went as a cop. But the reason why I love it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a cop. The reason why I love it is because I got stopped more times saying, "Are you a stripper?" And I was like, "No, I'm a cop."
Wow. Well,
And they were like, "Oh, you're a stripper." I'm like, "I'm clearly a cop, though."
no,
Like,
no.
I'm clearly
Look,
a cop.
Mac.
Yeah.
Show them your guns.
No,
Help
no.
them out. Show them your guns. I'm
Dude.
telling you, man. Like
I
if they
was
see you in a
completely
cop
covered.
uniform,
I was
no,
completely
bro.
covered.
No. Like,
So
give them a forearm, something, bro.
I was.
My question is, did people think you were dressed up in costume as a stripper, or did they think you were an actual stripper?
No, they thought I was dressed up as a stripper.
Okay.
But it's funny. I mean, like I'm clearly a police officer. I got. You should have seen.
Village
I
people?
wish I could show you a picture.
It's the village people, right?
Oh, the village people. But
Hey,
they're not strippers.
YMCA.
They're not strippers.
In a
though.
sense, they
In a
were.
sense, they are. Yeah, that is true. They didn't show a lot of. But I didn't show nobody. All I'm saying, I had the shades.
Come
I
on.
had a nightstick.
All right. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Hey, maybe. I don't
Right.
know. Maybe I missed it, but I thought it was
Chips.
hilarious.
Chips. Poncho. You were Poncho? Were you on a motorcycle or just like a regular cop walking
Poncho.
around?
I forgot about Village People, man.
I love that damn
People's
show. Oh my
I'd
god.
say the Village People is always great.
Dude,
Speedy.
and you know,
Oh, wait.
I had
no,
no idea who they were. They just made great music.
They always
Go,
did.
Speedy.
I want to hear what you dressed up as, man. One of your favorite costumes.
Ever?
Ever.
Ever.
All the time. I won
Regardless of
a
age.
costume contest about 20 years ago at the Hard Rock in Gatlinburg.
Wait, what? You want to say
Yes,
it again?
you did.
Yeah.
It's,
Wait.
it didn't come through. I sent you guys a picture a little while ago. Yeah, I dressed as a French maid and bartended.
Oh
What?
my god. Did
Did
you
it
have a
come
beard
through?
then too? Did you have
No,
a
it
beard?
didn't come through.
Back then
No,
I had
beard?
a goatee. It was
Oh, Lord.
1999, yeah.
Wait,
Oh.
you dressed up as a French maid?
Uh-huh. And
You
I got
gotta-
pulled over
Dude,
don't-
you got.
No.
on my way there by a state trooper.
Oh, no.
It was magnificent. It was so great.
Oh.
Do you know how fast you were going?
And you looking like, yeah, I mean, you know.
I'm like,
What's
Yeah.
going on?
You know what I'm saying? Show him a little leg with all that hair.
Yeah. So, right. So, okay, wait, now Matt's got a good point. So maybe they felt that way because maybe they were like thinking, man, this dude look kind of good. I don't know what. I mean, who knows, right? You never know.
Hey,
And you might
man.
have thought they were doing that because you had your outfit on, but maybe they had a thought. You know, I don't know.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Just
Teach his
Who's
own.
to say?
Hey, peace and love to the state troopers out there. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
I got to see that picture,
Be
Matt.
good.
I mean, Matt.
Be good.
Yeah, Speedy.
I don't. I'll be
I've got a
honest,
poop picture too somewhere.
I don't
I'll
want to see
find
the
it.
poop. I do want to see the
sounds
poop
good.
picture, but I
Yeah.
do not want to see Speedy as a French maid. That is, you know.
I got to see them all.
girl, I look good.
I bet you did.
I don't
I
know.
bet you
I wore that
did.
shit
I
well.
bet you did. You said you won the award? You won an award, right, Speedy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet he looked great.
Is your picture on a wall somewhere in Gatlinburg? Is your picture on a wall? Is your picture on a wall, like, you know, when you won the award?
No, that Hard Rock's not there anymore.
Damn.
Oh,
okay.
man.
All right. Right
Can't
on.
go on it.
Here and it's here.
There you go. It's always in the heart.
Mac, do me a favor. So what are we doing? What's going on in regards of engagement? Is anyone asking questions? Anyone making any crazy comments? Like I can't see anything.
We got
on
somebody
here.
who put up some poop emojis, which made me feel really good. So Caroline,
right. Well,
Caroline, I really appreciate
Caroline. Caroline. Shout outs to Caroline. Thank you so much.
And
yes.
I have to assume, Jay, that you've only been a Steelers football player for the last 40 years, every Halloween. Is that true? I hope.
No.
I'm like, no.
Oh,
So-
No.
Tell us your favorite costume.
So mine was the only one I really remember are ones that you see in pictures as a kid. And I remember I was maybe like 4 or 5, and I was like a little teddy bear. So it was like old school. Like this is back in the 70s, y'all. So literally the one that came out, and he had the little mask with the little rubber band that went around your head, and the mask that went over your face, like a teddy bear, and the little thing you put your arms into the little outfit and then tie it in the back, and it had a big old teddy bear.
Tell me
on the
about
front, and the mask, and that was it. That's
Did
the
you
one I
have a
really
good
remember 'cause I
time that
see
night?
pictures. I had a great time.
Did you get a lot of good candy?
A lot
Get
of
a lot of
Tootsie Rolls.
Butterfingers, Tootsie Rolls. Those
Did
are
you
your favorite?
get that?
Yeah, a
Did
lot
your
of Tootsie
tummy
Rolls.
hurt?
Yeah. You know
Did
what?
your tummy hurt?
Listen. That was before they got really good with the little small tiny Hershey bars and all that type of stuff.
Oh,
so I
yeah.
can't remember. The main thing I remember were Tootsie Rolls. Tootsie Rolls back in those days.
Tootsie Rolls.
Good.
Yeah, I'm old, man. I'm old.
Oh, I love it, man.
I
mean, look,
to the Tootsie Roll Pop.
I mean, look, Halloween, I think has really just taken off by storm by a lot of people, and I think that's one of the real reasons why the cons kind of popped off, because the Comic Cons and the cons around the world, you dress up year round. Some people, so
Good point.
I don't know. It's one of those things. I think everybody likes to dress up because why not? You can become somebody different for a little bit.
A Furby? What do they call it? People like to dress up like little animals? Are those
Furries.
Furries?
They call it furries.
Furries?
Furby was like a
Furries.
toy.
Furries.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
My bad.
What are y'all?
Mac, you don't know about this? Bro,
What are y'all talking about?
Guys, we're all gonna get fired, Jay.
Oh,
Oh, this is bad.
I'm gonna be good. I promise.
Yeah, I never heard of this.
It comes to. There's one that comes to Atlanta like around Labor Day. It's not Comic Con. What is it?
Yeah, the
One of
cons.
those. So like everybody, it's one of the cons. So folks show up. You'll see everybody from Darth Vader to a furry.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at everybody.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Dude, it's hilarious, bro.
I need to probably look it up.
Man, dude, I'm on you'll be on the floor laughing, dying, but it's great. I mean, they go hard, bro. They go hard. They have a great time.
Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
So I am not going to come on this because I want to keep my job. But if you want to Google furries later, by all means.
Yeah, I guess I have to now. I never knew.
I feel like we're at that time where we should probably start wrapping up. But I do.
Sure.
Our other focus for the conversation was about voting. We obviously know that this is a very important election.
Yes.
And I just want for each of us, I guess, in our states or markets to talk a little bit about what we're doing and how you can vote, and then we'll sign off with a cheers. I voted as soon as physically possible. So California, if you're in California, everyone in the state who's registered to vote got an absentee ballot mailed to them automatically. So all you have to do is take that, fill it out, and drop it off at one of the locations. A lot of them are at public libraries. We got it and filled it out that night and went the next morning and dropped it off. I will say one thing I want to be.
Bro.
Oh man, I'm ready for this to be over. So one thing I do want to say is that, particularly in California, but I feel like everywhere in the country, there are a lot of proposals that are on the ballot. There's a lot of people down ballot. Your state representatives, your attorneys, district attorneys, especially in this particular moment, and considering that some of the things we've talked about on this show, if you want to affect a change in terms of the way that policing is handled in your community and who gets prosecuted, that is by electing a district attorney who is going to prosecute or choose to prosecute the people that you think have committed crimes. So do your research on that. And then also do your research on, the various proposals, because yes, the top of the ticket is incredibly important this year, but a lot of people don't take the time to look down ballot, and those are the things that actually affect your everyday life, because those affect the things that happen in your city and your community and in your county, and those are things that affect your daily life. So go vote if you're in California. Fill out that absentee ballot, or go in person if you want to go in person. Just bring the ballot they mail to you, and you can exchange it for an in-person ballot.
Absentee. If you do that, take your absentee ballot with you.
Yes, because you have to exchange it. Jenny. Otherwise, you fill out. Yes, Jenny's in the bathtub now. My dog.
I love it.
Jenny's like, go vote, people.
Go vote. Yeah. Jenny was very adamant.
You know what? I've seen a lot of information out about people voting now for the first time. Some people. So, yeah, you definitely want to get out there, rock the vote, do your thing, make sure you're heard. We're gonna end out with a cheers, yeah.
Oh wait, do you guys want to talk about where?
Oh. Yeah. So.
Oh my bad.
Tell me a little bit about your market.
Put that out there.
Voting.
Thanks, there, Matt.
I mean, I just live in California. It's different everywhere.
There you go. It is facts.
This is
vote or die.
Yeah, you remember that? This is from 2004. That's when P. Diddy dropped that joint. Yeah, we still got the shirt. They're keeping it real.
I wonder if anybody really died if they didn't vote.
It's that freaking crucial right now. Yo, now?
I guess now.
Either vote or in 4 years we may not be here. It's pretty serious, people. Go freaking vote. Please, by any means necessary, get your butt up and go vote. Yeah.
Jay, I'm glad you said that.
In Georgia especially.
That's one thing I'm very interested in. It seems like the message is that dire right now. I feel like everybody's like, you gotta vote. Like, make sure you vote. And it's like,
come on.
I wonder if
a lot of stuff going on, man.
It is, but it's so.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you go ahead. Good.
It just for some things we kind of fell asleep at the wheel a little bit and being involved with stuff, and so right now that will probably be the only good thing out of all the stuff that's been going on for the last few years, and definitely in the last few months, is that it has galvanized people to be like, get your butt up and participate in this freaking democracy, or someone's going to take it away from you. Wow. So get your butt up. And for us as African Americans, people died for your right to vote, like literally. So
come on with it.
Get your butt up and go vote. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what your background is. You are an American. Get your butt up and go out and vote. By any means. There was something that was on yesterday. There was a lady that was 94. Had her son drive her 600 miles because she had moved from Michigan. And she was living, I think, maybe in Texas or something like that. Had her son drive her so she can go vote, to make sure she could vote. It was a beautiful. I mean, I was like, good gracious. I mean, if she can get up and tell her son to drive her over 600 miles to go vote, dadgummit, I'm gonna do by hook or crook. I'm gonna make sure I freaking vote. Not to be
hook or crook.
Yeah,
I don't
know. We say that all the time, but
I know what you mean. I hear it all the time
for real. But I mean, there are so many different obstacles and things out there. People are trying to suppress the vote. Don't fall for it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure there's so much information out there. Make sure you know where your polling place is. Make sure you know where your ballot box is. Because I know they have some trickery going on in California. So make sure you're dropping your stuff in the right box, dadgummit. For real. So no matter where you are, take care. I mean, that right to vote is serious, man. Vote for, hell, we all got kids. I'm voting for my daggone kids. So, I got a 26-year-old. I know, Jordan, you're going to vote. And for my 11-year-old and my 7-year-old, I'm definitely voting because we're all in this house. Like we gotta this gotta get better.
Yeah, good call.
That was it. I'm sorry. I went on a rant.
Speedy, anything?
Speedy, what about you, brother? Yeah.
Yeah, Tennessee opened up early voting last week. We were able to go this past Monday. We were in and out in an hour and a half.
Right on.
The line wrapped around the building all the way up to the street as crosswalk. But it moved, and it was great to see, man. A lot of people, that we talked to, first-time voters that were older than me, which is pretty damn old. It's good to see, man. People are motivated right now.
Yeah, big time.
I mean, it's funny, man. I did early voting last week. It was this week. Yeah, it was this week, early this week. I think it was like Monday or Tuesday. And that's my wife. I was like, look, it's lunchtime. I'm just going out there. I know it's going to be a line, but let me just go ahead and go. Nobody was there.
Really?
I walked in, voted, and walked right out within 5 minutes.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Nobody was there. So
Right. And I mean, you're like Virginia, like close to DC. So I mean, the cool thing I wanted to say real fast was the fact that in Atlanta, like the State Farm Arena, which is where the Hawks play, huge.
Yeah.
That's a polling place. So like in regards to COVID and stuff like that, making it easier. Man, I had one of my partners be like, man, they went down there and they voted. They got in and out in 10 minutes. Ridiculous. So those municipalities and or states or whatever that are doing those type of things that are opening up huge venues for people to go vote, that's a great thing right there. I mean, the fact that, and I got to give a shout out to us as Uncle Nearest, like November 3rd, that it's not, it's kind of like a vacation for us, because they're like, if you, whatever you have to do, make sure you get out there and vote, whatever you want to do with working in the polls, all that type of stuff. They put that out there. So big shout out to Fawn and Keith and Kate and everybody that said that. So big shout outs to y'all for saying that. That's how important it is. So I mean, it should not be you trying to choose between going to vote or going to work or going to get the kids or going to,
that's a fact.
You should be able to freaking vote. Period. It should be a holiday. I mean, hell, if we got freaking Columbus Day, we should have voting day.
Come on. My guy, he ready for it. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do this toast. Who's gonna lead it? Oh wait, Speedy, you gotta lead it, because
we're supposed to end with a dad joke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You really want that?
Come on. Yes. Dad,
Speedy.
come in. Yes, Speedy.
Don't let me down.
How many do you want?
As many as you got.
Yeah.
No, we
like
got
dad jokes. I like
our
that.
time is going out. We need one good
Cornier
one.
the
Speedy.
better.
One good one.
We'll warm up and then we'll finish one. All right. So
Yes.
recently I told my wife she needed to embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug.
I love that one.
That's good.
I can
How do you
relate.
find Will Smith in the snow?
How do you
You follow the Fresh Prince.
That is a great dad joke.
That's
Stop.
good.
Wait.
That's real good.
I'm taking that.
Fresh
Thank you.
Prince.
You follow the
I
Fresh Prince.
didn't get it at first. I'm thinking about Prince. Oh my god, that's hilarious. My
All right,
man
gentlemen.
Speedy.
It was great
Thank
to
you,
see you
Speedy.
all.
Yeah.
Thanks
So
everyone for watching. Max,
Do we have to
Max, you
go?
wanna close it out?
Don't go.
okay, people.
There's always next time, Jay.
Good point. Is there?
Cheers to friends,
Yeah.
family, love, fathers around the world, and the
Amen.
mothers that let us be fathers.
Amen.
Good, better, best. Never let it rest. May your good become better, and your better become best.
That's right, Jenny. Amen. Cheers. Drink honorably,
see y'all next
folks.
time.
And always, remember when you toast, you got to look in the eye. All right?
Uh-oh.
Must See Whiskey TV every Thursday night, 8 o'clock. Check us out. UN Podcast, Facebook, or check us out on our YouTube channel, Pound the Rock.
This is really
Pound the
heavy.
Rock
I love
YouTube
it.
channel. Thanks,
excited.
fellas. Hey, man.
Buy
This is
your big
therapeutic.
pumpkin. It
Get a
was.
big pumpkin. It's worth it.
Get a big A pumpkin. I can say A, right? Get a big A pumpkin.
Yeah.
We're out of here. Later, y'all.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Bath time. Get him, Jenny.